my Cleansing 101. I'm just going to give you a really quick snapshot of exactly what I do, and hopefully you're watching from home and you're all comfortable. Just going to share my screen with you. Won't be a minute. Hopefully you can all see that. So my name is Heidi McCallan, and I am the co-founder of Free to Love and Live. Just want to give you some really quick facts about 2015, where we sit today. Australia is currently the 4th fattest nation on earth. Let's just think about going to work for one day. You wake up in the morning and you take a glass of water. What's in that glass of water? What is in our safe Australian drinking water? What sort of heavy metals contains in there? What are some of the chemicals that are in our water to make it safe? We then hop off to the shower. We're showering ourselves with that chemical-laden water. Do you know our water contains chlorine? And once you heat chlorine, it becomes a poisonous vapor. So every time we have a hot, steamy shower, we're actually breathing in those vapors. And how about what we put on our skin? Our lotions, our potions, what are the chemicals? What are the stabilization agents in there? Our skin is our largest organ, and within 26 seconds, it's straight within our bloodstream. We then get out, we get dry, and we get gorgeous. And what do? Is we put more lotions and potions on us. We spray ourselves with deodorant, which is aluminium based generally. We then put lipstick and makeup on. And think about how many times a day you reapply your lipstick. And most of the expensive, well-known brands contain lead. We then get dressed. And you think you're getting a nice, clean clothes. Yeah, if you look at that statistic there, is 60% of our clothing tested contained harmful NPE chemicals. All the surfaces that we sit on all day, our desk chair, on the way into work, on the train or the bus, most of those fabrics have been sprayed with fire retardants. We then grab something to eat. Is it a coffee? Is it a piece of toast? What are we actually feeding our bodies to set them up for the day? And it's generally something really quick and easy, yet unnutritious with lots of calories. But how about those people that eat well? And I hear you say, well, I eat great. I eat really well. But do you? Are you eating conventional fruit and vegetables? Because fruit and veggies from Coles or Woolies that aren't organic have been sprayed with pesticides, herbicides, and fungicides. And if you're consuming these fruits and vegetables on a daily basis, it's estimated you eat around 3 to 4 litres of these harmful chemicals just on our fruit and veg alone. Look at the man spraying these vegetables, spraying these crops. He's wearing a mask, and yet we are told it's okay to eat these produce. Think about it. Those pesticides have killed the pesky bugs, but it's also killed and damaged our ecosystem. Those bugs that were once there, that broke down the rocks, that caused the minerals for our plants to then uptake and us to consume, are not there anymore. In 2015, we are missing trace minerals and vitamins from our normal Western world. Let's look at this bankrupt soil. And in 1953, a ULCA study on a plot of farm in California reported that 1 bowl of spinach gave the daily supply of iron needs that was needed. They then repeated that study in 1997 on the same plot and found that iron that was in that 1 bowl, you now needed to eat 43 bowls of spinach. And how about food that's targeted to us that is to lose weight or to look good or perhaps has the healthy heart tick of approval, that food that is supposedly good for you? This is a Weight Watchers food, and look at all of the processed foods that is contained in this product. Today, more than 95% of all chronic disease is caused by food choice, toxic food ingredients, nutritional deficits, and the lack of physical exercise. And nutritional cleansing is exactly addressing 2 out of these 3. So you then get to work. How do you get to work? You might be on the bus, you might be on the train, but you're exposed to a level of toxicity in our environment. You can't get away from it. Even if you're eating that organic diet, even if you're drinking that purified water, you're breathing in chemicals. We then get to work and we're tired. So we try to stimulate our body, and we do that by having endless cups of coffee and other caffeine drinks that stimulate us, wake us up. We are stressed and exhausted at work. We work for someone that we don't particularly like, and we are stressed out. So we go and have lunch. After lunch, you get that slump, that time where you look out for the treats, you look out for the energy drinks, and you're grabbing, again, stimulants for your body. You then leave work and it's time to go to the gym, right? But you either get to the gym and you're like this poor lady who has absolutely no energy to work out. Perhaps you go to the gym, maybe Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, but then by Thursday you've fallen off your diet so badly that you just want to go back to bed, so you skip the gym. Or perhaps you just don't even have the energy to get there. You then get home. You pour yourself a glass of wine or a beer because you're so stressed out from the day. And then you decide, you sit on the lounge or you look at yourself in the mirror and you're so disgusted and you're so unhappy, you're so unmotivated with what you see, then we go on silly diets like no carbohydrates. You then lie in bed so exhausted, so tired, and so stressed, and yet you cannot get to sleep. Does this sound like a familiar story to you? Other symptoms of toxicity is being tired and lethargic, having a low libido, feel cranky and irritable, inability to concentrate, and obesity. But you know what? There's so many people functioning like this because we're digesting toxins, we're breathing toxins, and we're absorbing toxins that we think it's the normal. It's this new normal phenomenon. And I would go to mother's group, or I'd go to work, or I'd go into my social circles and they'd say, hey, Heidi, how are you? And I'd say, I'm tired. And they say, yes, me too. So everyone is functioning this way. Everyone is grabbing for their coffee at 10 o'clock. Everyone is grabbing for the energy drinks at 3 p.m. Everybody is falling off the gym wagon, and we all think it's normal. But it's not normal. I have news for you. It is not normal. This is me. 2.5, 3 years ago, I was in a place in my life where I had these 2 beautiful children. My eldest was extremely unwell, in and out of hospital. I was working 56 hours as a nurse manager, and I had this tiny little baby that had taken me 7 months to conceive, 9 months of vomiting, and yet she was being raised by a childcare centre. I became really unhappy with my life. I ate and I ate and I ate, and then I went on a diet. And then I ate and I ate and I ate, and then I went on a diet. And I did this whole fat skinny thing my entire life until October 2012, when I was searching for something. I was searching for something to get me from 90 kilograms that I weighed. I was searching for something to turn around my health and turn around my happiness. I was fighting with my husband, increasing childcare fees. I was working 12-hour night shifts, which had me not sleeping and looking after 2 children during the day. I was increasingly going into debt, and basically myself was suffering. I had tremendous results using isogenics. I lost 27 kilos in a 3-month period, and that weight has stayed off. And in fact, I'm now building lean muscle. So when I talk about fat during this presentation, I'm talking about visceral fat. Visceral fat is the dangerous, deep-seated fat. It's the fat that surrounds our organs and intestines. This is the fat that increases our risk of heart disease and diabetes. This is the fat that I am talking about. So why do toxins make us feel fat and sick? So basically, we've realized just getting to work and getting home from work, we're exposed to a level of toxicity in our environment, in our foods, through our skin, okay? Now, what our bodies are designed to do, which is detox. We've got liver, lymphatic system. We've got all of these internal organs that are designed to filter, but we are consuming food 24/7, carbohydrate and protein, and our digestive system is on all the time. So what happens is our body tries to protect itself against the toxins the best way it knows how, which is by wrapping the toxins in fat. So we go on a diet. If you look at that top diagram there, we go on a diet. We're not happy with what we see in the mirror. And we start eating no carbs. We start taking whole food groups out of our diet. We start stressing ourselves out in the gym, severe calorie restriction. And all we're doing is building up more toxins. We may perhaps get in a small surface area. You may lose other types of fat, but you're actually building up more visceral fat, more fat that surrounds our organs to try and protect them against this increased toxicity. And that's why we rebound, because when you go back to life, and when I talk about life, I mean cake, I mean on a barbecue on the weekend, few drinks of an evening, going out and enjoying yourself, going on holidays, those fat cells are there and they're ready to rock and roll. So what nutritional cleansing does is actually gets to the root cause of why we put on weight, which is toxicity, toxins, impurities. Basically, if we can get rid of those, if we can have fewer toxins on board and we can start releasing fat stores because the body is being fed and it's being cleansed and it's working really well, then when you're in life, when you're enjoying life, when you're on holidays, when you're at that barbecue, you won't get the rebound on Wednesday. So there's 3 simple steps, and I'm not going to take you through the entire system because we'll be here all night, and I promised you a 15-minute presentation. So what we need to do is we're going to go over how we cleanse the body, how we feed the body, and how we combat stress and assist the body with free radical exposure. It's really important to note whoever sent you to this webinar is to take on their advice. This is a synergistic program and every component complements the other. So let's look at cleansing, and I've said a little bit about why we need to cleanse. And how we cleanse is that we need to get that digestive system off. That 80% of energy that is used for constant digestion, let's send that energy elsewhere. Let's send it to the kidneys. Let's send it to the liver. Let's send it to all of those internal filters so they can do what they're designed to do. So what we do in our first 30-day program is once a week, so 4 days in 30 days, we turn off our digestive system. We do that by not consuming carbohydrates and protein. After about 4 to 6 hours, we've burnt our sugars and we're in what we call that rapid detoxification process. Our body is doing what it's designed to do. What the Cleanse for Life will do will assist those detoxification pathways, the cleansing herbs, and it will also provide you with nutrients. So it's really important to note on a cleanse day, we are not starving our body. We are fasting our body. When we are fasting our body, we are increasing the ability for our body to rid the impurities. We're also increasing our growth hormone, which is our ability to build muscle, and it's also the anti-aging hormone, and we're bringing the body into an alkaline phase. The next phase is the nutrition. And this is why I said no to isogenics for about 3 months, because I'd done diet shakes. But the isolene shake is not a diet shake. In fact, it's the complete opposite. And it's stage 2 of the amazing isogenic system, because stage 2 is all about feeding the body. Once you cleanse the body, you need to provide it with the most amazing dense nutrients. And we do that through the isolene shake. Remember how I said all of our food that was bankrupt, we're missing minerals and vitamins out of our food? The isolene shake plugs that. The nutritional deficits that are in a Western diet, the isolene shake will provide, with over 70 trace minerals and vitamins. A very high-grade protein from New Zealand, undenatured whey protein, from cows that aren't pumped with hormones or antibiotics and only milked to season. Undenatured meaning it's gone through a cold press process, meaning that we don't change the structure of the protein and the body can recognize it. Just to give you an idea of exactly what you'd need to put in your blender every day to get the amount of minerals and vitamins that are in our isolene shake, you can just have a look at this quick diagram. I'm not sure about you, but a Yakult and a steak in the morning, blend it up with some spinach and what else have we got there? And some yogurt. I'm really not sure how that's going to taste. And if you add all the money that would cost you, food would be very expensive and time consuming. So stage 3 is we need to build our body's ability to cope with stress. And everyone is stressed, no matter what you're doing. You know, if you've got kids, if you're at work, if it's money issues, if it's health issues, we all deal with a level of stress. And stress is not good for our body. It's a toxin as well. Increased stress will increase your cortisol levels, your inability for your body to then release fat stores. So what we do is we use Ionic Supreme, full of adaptogenic herbs, adaptogens designed to do exactly how they sound, adapt to what your body requires, specially designed for stress. These are other vitamins and synergies that come in your pack. And again, I'm not going to keep you long enough to be able to explain all of these to you, but basically this whole vitamins and synergies will bring your body into line. It will help your body cope with the free radicals that are in our environment and in our foods. It will give your body extra minerals and vitamins that it's missing. The natural accelerator there will help your body's metabolism. It's a thermogenic. The product B is anti-aging, the latest science with telomere health. Ageless Active is very good for recovery and cardiovascular health. And Isoflush helps with regularity. This is your scientist behind the program. We have 33 scientists working with Isogenics, but Dr. John Anderson is the co-founder and master formulator. He's formulated for over 600 companies and 2,300 preparations, so he definitely is a master in his field. Here's just some pictures I'm going to flick through and tell you a quick story about. This is Brooke. She's a mother of 4. That was her 30-day picture, and that's her 6-month maintenance picture. And Brooke has not done any exercise whatsoever. She's very busy. Jo did do exercise. She's actually a personal trainer, but just couldn't budge that middle weight. Remember what I said about what I'm talking about is visceral fat, the fat that hangs around our vital organs. You think where your vital organs are, they're all around that midsection, and that's exactly where Jo held her post-baby weight. She did 3 back-to-back systems, and she got a great washboard stomach. Alison had energy and performance issues. She'd been asleep. She'd been tired and lethargic for years. On day 4 of this program, she woke up and she's feeling fantastic. This is my husband. He lost 12 kilograms in just under 30 days. He was able to do the program despite a laboring he did it right through summer, 40-degree heat, on the tools. So this is also fantastic for men. This is Lauren, who suffered from digestive health, and you can see that stomach of hers, just the digestive harmony that she found in just 3 weeks was incredible. This was Danielle. Danielle's actually gone on to lose 63 kilograms in total, and she's just full of life. It's so amazing to see. So what does my day look like? On a 30-day program, if you're losing weight, what you want to do is replace 2 of your main meals with a shake. Have 1 main meal either in the middle or at the end of the day, and 2 snacks at either side. So we're eating 5 times a day. You then have your cleanse day, which is 1 day a week, and you can do double cleanses. Just check in with your coach for this. So this is the pack that we start generally 90% of all people on, which is called the President's Pack. The reason we do that is it provides everything your body needs for an entire 30-day period. Also comes with a membership and a blender. You don't stay on that pack, of course. You choose to maintain your all different ways, and everyone maintains differently. For me, I keep the principles, which is cleanse, shake, and de-stress. So I take the vitamins and minerals. I have at least 1 to 2 shakes a day, and I definitely take my Ionics because I'm a mother of 2 and I'm very busy, and I couldn't do without that product. So these are the other co-founders. I just want to introduce you to them. They are American born, and basically what their mission is on this earth is to create isogenics, and it was to impact the world health and free people from physical and financial pain. And for me as a nurse, I really aligned with this statement because I saved lives for a living, but I was always part of the cure. But with isogenics and being able to help people with their health, just like I have, I've been able to become part of the prevention, which is an awesome thing to be a part of. So what you get is 30 days of total nutrition. All you need to provide is 1 meal a day for weight loss. You get 24/7 support from a personalized coach, including myself, a closed Facebook group, meal guides, exercise guides, access to podcasts and learning tools, a wholesale account. So basically you buy your products at exactly the same price as I pay mine, which is the best possible price available. If you order every 30 days, you'll get an additional 10% off. You'll get a website, you'll get an online shop or a back office, and the ability also to earn your products for free. So we do have a rebate system, and the rebate system basically means that when you refer someone to this program, you will get some money back either towards your next products or for something else. So the President's Pack in Australia will set you back $590, which is $19 a day. Don't forget all the money that you're going to be saving. No more stimulants like coffee, for example, and 2 meals a day provided. If you refer one person, so say mum says to you or your best friend, hey, what are you doing? I want to jump on that too. You'll get $80 for referring that person. If you refer two, however, so maybe your mum and your sister, you'll get $370 back in your pocket, which means your pack is reduced to $230. That's $230 for the month to eat, or $7 a day. So that's a fantastic rebate system for you to utilize if you wish. So I just want to leave you with one thing, which is take responsibility for where you are today in your life. Know that today, watching this webinar, that you are here because you've made decisions or you haven't made decisions that have got you here. So for me, I always refer to the insanity quote by Albert Einstein. And he says doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results is insane. And that was me. Before October 2012, I was dieting. I was doing the same thing over and over again, not consuming carbohydrates, going on fad diets, exercising to about Wednesday and then falling off the wagon. And I'd been doing that for years, and yet I expected that one day I'd get out of bed and like what I saw in the mirror. But it wasn't the case. So I decided to do something different outside the box, and I decided to take a chance, a 30-day money-back guarantee chance. And I ordered my box, and then I started to think outside of it. And my life has been ever so changed by one simple 30-day system. So I hope you enjoy that, and I haven't kept you too long. And I really hope that you get in contact with whoever sent you to this webinar tonight. And I hope you've learned a little bit about the products if you've just jumped on for some more product knowledge. But if you're just sitting there and you're thinking, what if? Take a chance. 30-day money-back guarantee, and something that I'll forever be grateful for. I'm so happy it's in my life every single day, nearly 3 years on. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great night. Keep warm. See ya.